NFL Week 3 predictions, Jets vs. Patriots. Can Ravens and Cowboys bounce back? Join our expert panel, Bhanpuri, Blair, Brooke Cersosimo, Gennaro Filice, and Dan Parr, as they break down every game of the 2024 NFL season with sharp analysis and a touch of flair. Here are their Week 3 predictions. Brooke's pick: Jets over Patriots. Despite skepticism about the Jets' consistency, Brooke believes they can build on their recent performance. The Jets have a strong record when Breece Hall excels, and with the Patriots struggling offensively, she doesn't see Jacoby Brissett leading a victory in MetLife. Tom's pick: Browns vs. Giants. After a solid win against Jacksonville, Tom thinks the Browns can exploit the Giants' offensive line vulnerabilities. With Myles Garrett's health a concern, Tom expects a close matchup but believes Cleveland will seize the opportunity. Dan's pick: Bears against Colts. Dan sees a prime opportunity for the Bears to turn their offensive woes around. With the Colts' run defense ranking last, he anticipates a heavy ground game that will help Chicago rebound from their previous embarrassment. Brooke's pick: Vikings to prevail. In a revenge game scenario, Brooke highlights the matchup between former Vikings and Texans players. She believes Minnesota's dynamic offense, led by Justin Jefferson, will outshine a resilient but challenged Texans defense. Allie's pick: Saints vs. Eagles. Allie sees this as a potential trap game for the Saints. Although they've dominated their first two opponents, he notes the Eagles' resilience on short rest, predicting a tight contest but still favoring New Orleans thanks to Alvin Kamara's running prowess. Gennaro's pick: Steelers against Chargers. In a battle of the surprising 2-0 teams, Gennaro favors the Steelers at home. With Pittsburgh's defense solid and the Chargers still finding their footing, he expects a hard-hitting, low-scoring game. Allie's pick: Buccaneers vs. Bears. Tampa Bay's defense has been stellar, and Allie believes they'll continue that trend against rookie QB Bo Nix. With pressure on Nix and uncertainty about the Bucs' secondary, he's cautious but leans toward Tampa Bay. Tom's pick: Raiders over Panthers. Tom thinks the Raiders can capitalize on the Panthers' QB change. While he's uncertain if Andy Dalton will spark a turnaround, he sees the Raiders' recent comeback as momentum they can build on. Dan's pick: Seahawks vs. Dolphins. With the Dolphins reeling from Tua's injury and facing a strong Seahawks team, Dan doesn't see Miami overcoming these challenges. He predicts Seattle will take advantage of the situation. Brooke's pick: Lions over Cardinals. Brooke anticipates an exciting matchup with plenty of explosive plays. While the Cardinals could surprise, she believes the Lions' offensive depth and strong defense will give them the edge. Tom's pick: Cowboys vs. Ravens. Tom expects a close battle as both teams seek redemption after disappointing losses. He thinks Dallas will pull through at home, but it will be a gritty game against a tough Ravens defense. Gennaro's pick: 49ers to beat Rams. With both teams dealing with injuries, Gennaro believes the 49ers' depth and solid play in the trenches will give them the advantage in this divisional clash. Allie's pick: Falcons over Chiefs. Allie argues that Kirk Cousins' primetime performance shouldn't be underestimated. If the Falcons can leverage their offensive weapons effectively, he sees them as capable of pulling off an upset against Kansas City. Dan's pick: Bills to handle Jaguars. With the Bills looking strong and the Jaguars struggling with turnovers, Dan is confident Buffalo will continue their winning ways at home, capitalizing on Jacksonville's mistakes. Brooke's pick: Bengals vs. Commanders. Brooke is optimistic about the Bengals finally getting in gear, with Joe Burrow and a tough defense against Washington's rookie QB. She expects Cincinnati to dominate.